Good evening. Um, the question that I have is aluminum in antiperspirants harmful to human health? The main article of discussion was written by the Penn Medicine website. The name of the article was Is Deodorant Harmful for Your Health? It was written June 6th, 2019. In the article, they asked the question. You've probably heard the rumors that certain chemicals in deodorants and antiperspirants could lead to breast cancer, kidney diseases, or allergies, but is it truth or speculation? As I was doing my research, I found numerous other articles that also talked about the link between aluminum and breast cancer or other harmful side effects of the use of aluminum and parabens in deodorants and antiperspirants. Here's one by PubMed.gov, the American Journal of Epidemiology. Sorry, that one's a hard one. American Cancer Society, and an additional article by Healthline. In the past decade, natural deodorants have become more and more popular. And even in just the past few years, aluminum free deodorants have been adopted by most major brands. Many of us have seen Native, Kopari. I personally like to use Dove. Dove also has aluminum free deodorants, and they seem to be everywhere. Nearly any major company that creates deodorants and antiperspirants seem to have an aluminum free version these days. So, what is the concern? Why is it that all these companies are all of a sudden no longer putting aluminum in their deodorants? Well, aluminum and parabens in deodorants and antiperspirants are said to be hazardous to our health and may cause breast cancer, kidney diseases, allergies, Alzheimer's, or dementia. The theory is that toxins will accumulate in the lymph nodes and change healthy cells into cancer cells. Many people think this is why some breast cancers develop in areas that are exposed to antiperspirants. Other claims involve deodorant causing kidney disease and allergies. So, before I get into the research methods, I just wanted to have just a quick little foray into why is it that I picked this topic. Um, for me, I have always been a very active person and always was on the hunt in my younger years for good deodorants that stopped sweat. It was very traumatizing and embarrassing for me in high school when I couldn't wear a t-shirt on even the most mildly hot day without getting, wet armpits or armpit stains. Um, and it was just embarrassing. And I just wanted something to stop the sweat. And I tried numerous deodorants for many years and finally found one that I felt like did the job. But that particular deodorant has aluminum in it. It's an aluminum based antiperspirant. And so when this became really popular and I started having friends and family and coworkers jumping on the all natural deodorant train, I thought, oh man, I spent so many years trying to find the right deodorant for me. Am I going to have to go to a non aluminum based antiperspirant or deodorant because it wouldn't really be an antiperspirant once there's no aluminum? Well, the research that was done, a case study was done with 813 patients diagnosed with cancer between 1992 and 1985. A control group of 793 were also tracked during that time. The study was conducted via interviews over a 5 year period where they checked in on all of the patients. They kept track of their use of antiperspirants, if they shaved before applying their antiperspirant, and application of products within an hour of shaving. And the article says, and I quote, "These findings do not support the hypothesis that antiperspirant use increases the risk for breast cancer." There was also an additional smaller study that was published in 2006 that included 54 women with breast cancer and 50 women without breast cancer. This study also concluded that there was no association between the use of antiperspirant or deodorant use with the risk of breast cancer. In addition to that, there's also talk about the aluminum building up and potentially causing Alzheimer's or dementia. And there was a study done by the Canadian Study of Health and Aging. They surveyed 6,434 seniors over 65 years of age. 5 years later, 4,615 participants were still alive and participated in the follow up study. 194 had Alzheimer's disease, 3,894 had normal cognitive ability. They found that the greatest contribution to the development of Alzheimer's was lower education, increased age, and a particular protein that they naturally had. Um, Antiperspirant showed no significant contribution. Other insignificant factors were smoking, high blood pressure, and history of depression. There were other ones as well that did not show that they had made any contribution to the Alzheimer's. Another discussion besides just the aluminum are the parabens that are found in certain deodorants and in antiperspirants. The purpose for these parabens is to prevent fungi, bacteria, and yeast from growing. It can be absorbed in the skin and function as estrogen. However, the amount in cosmetic products is weak and not significant to increase risk of breast cancer. Certain facts from these articles that I found state that the breast cancer tissue does not contain more aluminum than healthy breast tissue. Our liver and our kidneys are efficient and masterful at ridding the body of excess aluminum and toxins naturally. So if your body is to take in too much aluminum or too much of almost anything, your liver and kidneys are going to do exactly what they're supposed to, and they are going to rid the body of excess naturally without any interference. However, if the kidneys function at 30% or less, then there is concern that the kidneys would not be able to rid the body of toxins efficiently. So if you are someone who has poor functioning kidneys, then you might be a very good candidate for using those natural deodorants and avoiding anything that might accidentally give you more toxins. There may be a connection between deodorant or antiperspirant use and earlier cancer, but studies are not conclusive. More research needs to be done on this topic in general. And it was also found that allergic reactions could be caused by many factors, including essential oils or fragrances found in the deodorant. Everybody's skin is a little bit different. There could be numerous different reasons for why you might have an allergic reaction. It could definitely be the aluminum, it could be the parabens, but it could also just be the scent. It could be the base. There are many different possibilities for why someone might have an allergic reaction, or if you are someone with sensitive skin. The conclusion that I found from the articles that I read was that there is not any sufficient evidence that the use of aluminum or paraben containing antiperspirants or deodorants are harmful to a person's health. Something that claims to be natural does not automatically make it better than other products. I think an additional conclusion that I made from this research is sometimes simply because something becomes popular or because something becomes mainstream doesn't always mean that it is based in research. Oftentimes things become popular just based on word of mouth, poor science, or lack of research of the science, or just because it's what's exciting or interesting at that time, or there's a buzzword that's associated with it, like something being all natural. So, what I have come to the conclusion of just for myself personally is that as long as the research does not show that aluminum based antiperspirants would cause breast cancer or any other ill side effects, I am going to continue using my antiperspirant that I have been using all these years. All right, that's my time. Thank you very much.